What's up, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope? Happy hump day. It is hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day. Listen, you guys, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Can I just talk to you guys for a second? I'm going to talk to everybody. Let me talk to everybody. Okay? All right. Y'all come on in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Working from 2 devices to listen. If it looks like I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm not looking at you at that moment. Okay. So listen, you guys. Hold on. Let me get my little seat together so I can have a little more movement. Okay. So y'all listen. Hey, Philadelphia. Great morning, great morning, great morning. So y'all listen. I'm going to talk to y'all about your mind. Okay. We're going to talk about the mind this morning, right? Listen. You can get your body right. Your body can be like, bam. Men, the muscles can be protruding. Women, you can have your six pack. You can have your curves. You can have all of that. But if your mind ain't right, y'all, listen. And let me tell you, when I say get your mind right, let me tell you, the way you think affects so many things. Okay. So if you are not thinking the way you need to think, then everything else will begin to spiral. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where something was going on and there was a worst case scenario and you began to focus on the worst case scenario? Your thought was on the worst case scenario and things began to spiral out of control because you were focused on the worst case scenario. Anybody ever done that? Let me throw my hand up. In fact, let me throw 2 hands up. Whichever hand you want, okay? Listen, what happens is because what you focus on grows, right? Whatever you focus on, it grows. And it can take you into a spiral that takes you down a whole winding thing, right? So you start out just having a thought. Okay, it's just a thought, but because you marinate on the thought, wait a minute. I just heard something in the spirit. Because you marry, you marry the thought. Y'all see, God is getting ready to do something today. He's getting ready to do something. You marinate on the thought. You marry that thought. You marry the thought. You marry the thought. You become one with the thought. You create a union with the thought. You create a covenant with the thought. And you stay in the thought. Because you marinate on that thought. Whatever you're thinking about, you begin to see come to fruition. Y'all listen. And this is why the word of God says, think on these things. Whatsoever things are good, pure, of good report, think on that. Don't think on all the other stuff. Because when you think on all the other stuff is what comes up in your life. Listen, I'm telling y'all something. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We're in Passion Week, right? This is the week where everything started going down in Jesus's journey to the cross. And I want you to know that, listen, whatever you are focusing on this week, that's what's going to grow in your life. What do you think Jesus was thinking about on this day? What do you think he was thinking about? You think he was focused on, I'm going to die? I'm just curious. Do you think that his focus was, I'm going to die. I'm going to go to the cross. This isn't fair. Do you think that's where his mind was? Do you think that's what he was focused on? I'm asking y'all because I need you to understand that for what he had to do, he didn't have time to be bogged down in it not being fair. He didn't have time to be focused on the end because he knew that there was going to be a new beginning. He didn't have time. He couldn't afford it. He couldn't afford it. Do you know that if Jesus had focused on that he probably would not have gone to the cross? He would have sold us out. He'd have been like, hey, I got to sell him out. Daddy, send the angels. Angels, come get me. So he could have done that, but he didn't. So he could not have been focused on the death. He had to be focused on the life that was coming after the death. But no, what we do is we focus on the death, or we focus on the bad thing. We focus on that instead of the life that comes after whatever it is we're going through. The promise that comes after, the joy that comes after, the reward that comes after. Oh, you focused on it ain't fair. I get it, it ain't fair. So what? So what? Who told you that your life was going to be fair? Because they lied to you. Stop believing lies. No, it's not going to be fair all the time. It's not. So what? So get over it. Get your mind right. Even if it's not fair, can you survive? Can you overcome? Can you be victorious? Absolutely. Ask me how I know. All my life, I've gone through situations that were not fair. No, it's not fair. But do you know what I do? I don't care if it's fair or not. I promise you this, I'm going to come out on the other side victorious, and it's going to work for my good. Why? The word of God declares, and we know this, that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Because I love him, because I'm called according to his purpose, everything in my life is going to work out for my good. Every marriage, every divorce, every relationship, every friendship, every betrayal, everything that I've ever gone through. It's going to work together for my good. And the people who may have been used, their hands may have been used to try to create my demise. Listen, guess what? If they're in him, it's going to work out for them too. Now listen, I know that messed somebody up. Because it will work out for them too. Why? Listen, let me tell you something. The enemy will use whoever he desires to use. And just because the enemy uses you in a situation in a negative way does not mean that God can no longer use you. Y'all hear me? That's why Peter, after denying Jesus, like he's supposed to be Jesus' boy, he's his rider. Oh no, Jesus, no, you will not die. They will not kill you. I'll die first. When everything went down, there you were, sitting outside. They talking about, oh, he's one of them. He was with Jesus. I wasn't with him. I don't know him. Now, how did that flip that quick? You done went from cutting off the priest servant's ear that Jesus had to put back on because you were out of order to now you don't know him. But Jesus had already told him what was going to happen. Jesus knew. He said, listen, before the cock crows 3 times, you'll deny me. Peter, no, God, no, Lord, I would never deny you. Have you ever had some people like that in your life? People that say, oh, girl, I'm with you for life. Oh, boy, I got you. I'm with you. Nothing can turn me away from you. I'm always going to be there. I don't care what those other people did. I'm not them. Then they be the same ones to do the same stuff and connect with the ones that did it in the past, and all of them get together and celebrate your demise. Lies. You can't take me out. Come on, y'all. That's what you got to know. Nobody can take you out of play in God's work but you. Nobody. So y'all sitting around worried about the stuff that people have done to you, to undermine you, to try to destroy you, to speak ill against your name, to come against you and your brand, to do this and to do that. Do you not understand that all of that is going to work together for your good? And in the end, it was a necessary part of your journey. So now that it's a necessary part of your journey, baby, embrace that. Embrace that ish, whatever it is. Let them bring it on, because what they're doing is heaping blessings on you. You know why? God is the great redeemer. He's going to redeem your name. He's going to redeem you. You ain't got to redeem yourself. You just got to let God be the redeemer. God redeemed me. I ain't telling you to take nobody else out, but God redeemed me. Because that's what your word said. Your word said that you're my husband redeemer. Redeem me, God. When he told me that 2021 was the year of redemption, right? That it's the year of the redemption. He's redeeming you. He's redeeming your name. He's redeeming your position. So if you've been at the back, baby, get ready. Because you're coming to the front. Get ready. You're coming to the front. Hey, listen, this is the time when he's taking those from the back and bringing them to the front. Come on, somebody, you're being redeemed, all right? He's redeeming your time, the time you feel like you wasted in those relationships, the time you feel like you wasted with those situations, the times you feel like you've wasted just not being able to do everything that you wanted to do, baby. He's redeeming your time, baby, and you're going to be able to do things in accelerated time, like bloop, 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 boop. There it is, just like that. He's redeeming your time. He's redeeming your relationships. Yeah, your relationship with God, because y'all know some of y'all got some jacked up relationships with God because y'all been mad at him because you went through some stuff and you felt like it wasn't fair. And he shouldn't have allowed you to go through it because you're a good servant of the Lord. You know, you went to church, you paid your tithes and offerings. The church people shouldn't have done you like that. God, you can't be real. You let them do this to me. Why would you let them do this to me? I was so good. I went to church. I prayed. I gave my offering. I gave above and beyond. When we had the anniversary, I gave this. When we had this fundraiser, I did this. When we did, listen, y'all, listen. God is going to redeem your relationship with him because you got to grow up. Grow the F up. Grow the faith up. Y'all like that? Grow the faith up. Grow the faith up. See, faith is when you are able to move, when you don't even see it. You can't see it. You can't see it. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. Man, that's what God is looking for, some people who will grow the F up. Grow the faith up. That might be my next book. So listen. So he's going to redeem your relationship with him. Right? He's going to redeem your relationship with your family. If you've had breaks in your family, he's going to redeem those relationships. How he's going to do it, I don't know. I can't tell you, but I'm going to tell you that he's going to do it. Don't let it be that somebody's got to die. Somebody has to get real sick. Don't let it be that. But he's going to redeem your relationships with your family. And then he's going to redeem that love relationship, right? This is the year that God brings love into your life. For real, for real. If you're in a relationship, it may be that he's repairing that relationship. If you're not, he's going to bring love to you. Okay? So he's redeeming your relationships, but then he's also redeeming your finances. I know y'all are speaking in tongues right there, right? He's redeeming your finances. Shabba. He's redeeming your finances. If you've been having financial struggles, this is the year where God redeems your finances. He redeems your finances. Listen, I'm telling you, he's redeeming your finances. So if you've been struggling financially, if you will listen to him and obey him, you'll discover that your finances shift. Okay? Listen, shift happens. Embrace it, okay? So he's going to redeem your finances, and finally, he's going to redeem your purpose. There's a purpose for your life. Now, listen, there's some things about my purpose I did not want him to redeem. He could have left it right where it was, okay? How about that right there? That's your girl, Dr. V, being real with you. Now, listen. Now, I love God, right? I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. But listen, let me tell you what I don't love. I shouldn't say love. Listen. Y'all, I did not want to be pastoring again. I did not want that. I didn't want that responsibility. I didn't want that accountability. I didn't want all of that in my life right now. I'm trying to just live my best life. God don't say pastor again. I don't want to do it. I don't want to fool with people like that, God. He's, oh, you don't do it. I said, what? Why? You got all of these people out here. Choose them. I'm good. He's like, oh, no. You got this. Redeems your purpose. For me, my purpose is not just in pastoring, but just in people. Now, see, I think God has a sense of humor. I don't even like people like that. I love people. I don't always like people like that. Y'all, sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. I just don't want to be bothered with people. People just do too much sometimes. I'll be like, you're doing the most. For what? Why are you doing all this? What is the purpose? What is the point? Right? People go through unnecessary stuff that they put themselves through, and then they want you to go with them through it. I'm not. That's why I be telling God, okay, now you want me to pastor, but you already know how I roll. You know I'm not doing all that foolery. I'm not doing it. When people start getting foolish, I start to act. Stop right there. We're not doing that. That's what we're not going to do. That's what we're not going to do. We're not doing that. Come back. Come back to the light. Come back. Come back, because you're going over there into the darkness, and I'm not going over there with you. So you need to come back to the light, okay? Or you gonna find yourself in another place and Dr. V gonna be over here, because I'm not going into the darkness with you. I'm not doing it. Now you need to get your mind right and get back over here in the light. That's why I want to talk to y'all about getting your mind right. Troubles are gonna come. Trials are gonna come. Tribulations are gonna come. Stuff is gonna happen. It just is. It's a part of it. Now the question is, what are you gonna do with it? What are you going to do with the stuff that happens? What are you going to do with it? How are you going to show up? That's the $1 million question. When stuff happens, are you going to buckle under the weight and the pressure? Or are you going to lift some weights and grow the F up? Grow the faith up. I'm making that shirt. I'm making that shirt. I'm marked through it. Faith underneath it. Grow the faith up. Grow the F up. Get your faith together. Because that's what gets us through. It's not that we know everything. It's not that we see everything. It's not that everything is already mapped out and figured out. It is our faith in God's ability to work it out. Do y'all know what God has done for me? Do y'all know? Do you all have any idea how God has moved in my life? And then I'm going to buckle under pressure? The devil is a lie. And his nappy head mammy. Both of them lies. No, I'm not buckling. And if you buckle, you need to ask yourself some questions. Why are you buckling? Why are you being soft? Listen, you are a warrior. You were created for battle. You were created to endure. You were created to be able to stand against the forces of evil, right? Think about it. Even in the Garden of Eden, when everything went down with Eve and Adam and the serpent, God said, and you, woman, will be at enmity with the serpent. Listen, guess what? Said she will step on his head. Come on, somebody. Listen, we have the power and the authority to stand against darkness. Jesus said it like this, and greater works than these shall you do. He came that we might have life and life more abundant. So why are we focused on death? That's the whole problem. Y'all, listen, y'all can do what you want to. But as for me, I made a conscious decision that I'm growing the F up. My faith is up. What? Absolutely. My faith is up and my fear is down. Because fear has no place here. And when it rears its little ugly head, because it does, right? I face up. What? Oh no, I'm not finna be scared. In these streets. I ain't finna be scared in these streets. What you gonna do? It's your choice. It's your decision. You get to decide. But I know this. Yo, girl, baby, I was born for this. I told somebody the other day, I said, in the midst of, starting over again, it's been really challenging. There have been times when I didn't know where the money was coming from. I didn't know how things were going to happen. Things that I thought were going to pop off didn't pop off like I thought they were going to pop off. Investments didn't return like I thought they were going to return. Like they didn't. But did that mean I quit? Nah, man, I'm not quitting. Facebook didn't want to let me be great. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Can I tell you a secret? Can I tell y'all the secret? I really want to share with you the secret to my success, right? And it depends on how you define success. For me, success is not defined just in money. It's defined in the ability to live a life that you love and live it in peace, right? Can I share with you the secret to my success? Do y'all want to know? There was a movie called The Secret to My Success, right? But can I share that with you guys? Y'all let me know if y'all want to know the secret to my success. And I'm going to share it with you for free, okay? People say, Dr. V, whatever you do, you win in. Whatever you do, you win. I don't care what it is, what business, I don't care what it is, you win. How do you do that? So let me tell you how I do it. And it's going to be real simple, okay? And y'all might say, no, it can't be that simple. Yes, it can. Okay. So this is the secret to my success. Y'all ready? I don't give up. There it is. I don't give up. I don't give up. I don't give up even if the way my success comes shifts. The company or what I'm doing shifts. I just don't give up. I don't give up on life. I don't give up on my journey. I don't give up on my goals. I don't give up. I may have to adjust them. I may have to shift them some, but I don't give up. I simply don't give up. And that, you guys, is the secret to my success. They say, how were you a first generation college graduate? Now, I grew up in a 3-room house with no indoor plumbing. Nobody in my family had gone to college. I not only went to college, I got a freaking PhD and teach college, right? How did that happen for me? It wasn't because somebody in my family had gone and told me how to do it. It wasn't because someone had gone before me. In fact, most of the things that I've done, I've been the first to do. The first African-American, the first African-American female, the first female, the first this, the first that, the first, right? So how did I do it? I didn't give up. I didn't quit. So I need y'all to understand something. When you look at the fact that I've been married 5 times, it wasn't that I quit. Because if I'd quit, I'd never gotten married again, right? I didn't quit. I had to shift some things, right? And so one of the things that I also learned in not giving up is not only can you not give up, you can't give up on you. I'm not just not giving up on a situation or circumstance or on life. I refuse to give up on me, okay? Even if it means I've got to adjust me. And that's the reality. Most people quit because they don't want to adjust them. They don't want adjustments. You need adjustments. You need to adjust. If stuff is not working and it's not working across several things and you're the common denominator, you need an adjustment. You need an adjustment. When it comes to relationships, I've needed an adjustment. How about that? I needed an adjustment. And y'all listen, I have been adjusting me. I've been adjusting me, adjusting what I expect and what I accept. Adjustments. Adjustments. I used to say, I don't need a lot. I do need a lot. I do. Let me change that. I do. I need someone who is so in love with me, so enamored with me that they do things just because I was on their mind. I need that. I need someone who can allow me to be unapologetically me and not be intimidated by that and not try to harness it or control it I need that. I need someone who thinks about me or we're having a conversation and they know I need something and I don't even have to freaking ask them for it. They just do it for me. Oh, baby, I took care of that for you. Send me your blah, 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 blah. I need that. I need that in my life. Why do I need that? Listen, I've spent my life doing that for other people, and I will be darned if I die without having that in my life. If I don't have a man who can do that for me, then you are definitely not, most definitely not, absolutely and definitely not the man for me. If you don't want to treat me like a queen, if you don't want to sweep me off my feet, if you don't want to court me, I'm not the one. Period. Tough. But I used to settle because I felt like I needed to settle because I had a PhD. And people always thought because I had a PhD that I was going to be uppity and that I wouldn't give an ordinary guy the time of day. That was never me. But you know what? I realized that ordinary guy usually couldn't handle me. Our conversations were not what I needed. His mindset and his vision was not where I needed. I needed something that was absolutely not ordinary. Something that was extraordinary, someone who thought outside of the box, someone whose vision was huge, someone with an entrepreneurial spirit, and not just an entrepreneurial spirit and the potential to be a great entrepreneur, but somebody who was willing to do the work. I need a man who understands that money does matter. Money matters. There's some things that you absolutely need money for. You see, I have big dreams, big goals. I want to be able to start Walters Academy for Entrepreneurship all over the world. In third world countries, I want to be able to have schools there where the kids can go not for free. Hear me, because free is not the answer. It creates entitlement, okay? So we wonder why we have a whole generation of entitled young people. That's because we tried to do everything for them. We didn't want them to struggle because we had to struggle. We didn't want them to do without. They had to have the latest Nikes and all of that because we had to wear shoes from the dollar store, from Payless or wherever, right? So we wanted them not to have to go through that because it was going to traumatize. No, it makes them value it. When they got to pay for it with their money, when they got to put some money in on it, listen, it just helps create a different mindset. I'm not saying don't give anything to your kids, but if you give them everything, where's their drive going to come from? We raised in a generation without any drive. You got to let them have drive. There has to be drive. That's why wealthy kids, their parents can be rich, pass the wealth over to them, and they never take it any further because they don't have drive. When you got some drive, doesn't matter what you're given, you're going to take it to the next level. So what am I saying? I'm saying this. Stop selling yourself short and settling. Settling is a habit. Break it. I posted that yesterday. Settling is a habit. Break it. If you settle in one area of your life, you're settling in other areas of your life too. I promise you, you are. Stop settling. Stop settling. Put a demand on God for what it is that you desire. Put a demand on God for what it is that you want in your life. And put a demand on people, situations, and circumstances so that you establish who you are and how you will be treated in the midst of it all. I get it. I get it now. I'm really God's daughter. And I'm his favorite. Now, you can be his favorite too. See, we have this mistaken notion that there can only be one favorite. Listen, we can all be his favorites, right? He's got just that much love. I'm his favorite daughter. So, as his favorite daughter, of course, he wants me to be treated well. He wants me to be taken care of. He's going to make sure things work out for me. And if you take your position, he'll do the same thing for you. He is not a respecter of persons, but he's a respecter of faith. So you know what? You know what you need to do? Grow the F up. Grow the faith up and watch what it produces. I'm telling you, there's some things you're missing out on just because you won't grow the F up. I'm there. I'm there. I'm like, grow me some more. Grow me some more, God. Like, y'all forgot I got taller. Grow me some more, God. Grow me some more. I'm ready for it. And then just don't give up. If you don't give up, there's a song, and the song says, don't give up on God because he won't give up on you. He's able, right? He's able. And so are you. So stop settling. Y'all listen, get your mind right. If you get your mind right, everything else will line up. When you get your mind right, you'll get your body right. You hear me? When you get your mind right, you'll get your finances right. Y'all hear me? When you get your mind right, you'll get your spirit right. You hear me? Everything starts in the mind. That's why Joyce Meyer's book, Battlefield of the Mind, is one of the best-selling books of all time. Listen, it's still selling. That book's still selling. She wrote that book years ago. Why? The battle takes place in our mind, and then it transfers into every other area of our life. So, get your mind right and grow the F up. Get your faith up. You all listen. I got to tell y'all, today is the first day of the best days of your life. If you choose it, I choose it. I choose it. So listen, let me tell y'all what I'm doing today. Tonight we got Bible study. And I said, listen, let me tell you something. People got to get their minds together. So tonight I'm going to talk about how you get your mind right to get whole. W-H-O-L-E. Get whole. Jesus asked the man, wilt thou be made whole? Come on, somebody. Anybody need to be made whole? Listen, I'm here for this one. I'm here for y'all. This one is going to be one for the record books. I'm telling you, you want to be there tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook. You're going to be able to see it. Listen, and you want to connect to Passionate Pursuit of Manifested Purposes Ministries. Listen, that's the ministry that God has given me charge over, and I take that charge seriously. It's all about action. It's not about just hearing the word. It's about being the word in action, literally. So tonight is our Let's Get Raw, real anointed word. That word is anointed, but it ain't a word. It ain't anointed if you won't use it. So listen, the anointing creates use. It creates use. It does something. It produces. The anointing always produces. And if it's not producing, it's not anointed. Okay? Our word is not created equal. I'm just trying to tell y'all, okay? Then the second part of our Bible study is let's get raw. Real anointed word, work the word. That's what we do. We work the word. If you work it, okay, we're going to work the word. Yes, in the words of Miss Elliott. So listen, I want y'all to definitely connect. And then this is the next thing. If you guys are looking for a way to add natural energy to your life, energy, clarity, focus, collagen to get your skin popping, get your youthfulness back, okay? Or extend your youthfulness. There's so many healing properties to collagen, right? It's an absolutely amazing thing. L-carnitine, which helps with mind, mental focus, clarity, heart health, all of those things. Listen, I literally am watching these products produce incredible testimonies in people's lives. I'm not making any medical claims, none whatsoever. I'm not saying it's going to heal you. But what I will tell you is one of my amazing former students was type 2 diabetic. And she started using the bars. It gave her the energy to work out. She's got more energy, more positivity. And she went and got her labs done, and her labs were normal. Praise God for that. So if you want to know more about this amazing company, 1044 Pro, that's allowed me to drop weight, get my mind right, keep myself clear and focused and moving and have energy, a natural energy, not energy produced by an energy drink, but really literally turning protein and carbs into energy to be burnt up by your body. Absolutely hit me up. If you're needing to increase your wealth, you're looking for a way to increase your wealth, partner with me. We've got a promotion going on right now, so you can partner. You can save $50 on what it takes to partner on your kit and have the opportunity to make $1,000. I did it in 24 hours, baby. You can do it in 2, 4, 8, 12, 24, even if it takes you a week. Is that bad, right? An investment that'll allow you to flip it 3 times over and make $1,000. I think that's a pretty good deal. I can show you how I did it. Listen, and I can help you to do it, right? Now, of course, you got to work. Now, that's the other caveat. You got to do the work. But if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to listen and apply the principles, listen, I've helped 6 people do it already. Will you be next? Come on, somebody. Let's get started. Let's get partnered up. All right, you guys, with that said, let me tell you, get your mind right and everything else will line up. Your health, your wealth, all of it comes together. Your relationships, but you got to get your mind right. I love you guys, and I love you guys to life, and life what? More abundant. You guys be absolutely, incredibly, and epically blessed. Mwah.